everyone, and welcome to another episode where I'm showing different Avalon Harmonics modules I have designed. This time we'll be having a look at WF, or WaveFolder, and you can see it right here, this tiny little 2 HP module that's situated nicely between ST Modulars, Sine, and Honeyeater. So what this module does is that it is basically a simple WaveFolder in a very tight 2 HP package. It has a few inputs, one output, so let's see what it actually has. First of all, here we have a volume knob for adjusting the volume of the input into it. This is also the amount of wave folding, obviously. Then we have the actual input here, where we plug our oscillator, which we want to wavefold. We have a CV input, which means we can use a CV signal to modulate our wavefolding. And we have the attenuation knob for the same CV input. Now I would like to add that this CV input is not for how much wavefolding there is. Instead, it is an input for the offset of the wavefolding, which you will see in a little bit what it does. And then we have the actual offset knob, which is the same thing as the CV input. You will see how it works. And we have the output. So let's see how it works. I already have an oscilloscope shown on the screen. This is the signal I'll be feeding it. It is a simple sine wave. And first of all, I'm going to input this sine wave into the input jack here. And I'm going to connect the output. Here I'm holding down a key on my keyboard so you can hear it. For now it is mostly a simple sine wave, as you can hear, because the volume is lowered. But what happens when we increase the volume? As you can hear, it adds a nice amount of wavefolding to it, and as you can also see. In fact, let me zoom in a little bit on this. There we go. Just gives a nicer view. And create some very, very nice shapes with this. Now you can also overdrive it quite a bit. Okay, so what does the offset knob do? Let's have a look. I'm going to increase the volume of it. Lower it a bit here so it's not ear piercing. And let's try changing the offset knob down here. As you can see, I can move the shape of the wavefolding up and down. Basically adds a static DC signal to the incoming voltage. Pretty cool. Let's have a look how this looks like when we play some sort of music through it. There we go. Pretty nice, right? Okay, so what actually happens when I add the CV input into it? Let's have a look. I'm going to increase this a bit so you can see it better. All right. And I have an LFO generating some triangle up and down on this. I'm going to plug this into CV input. And I'm going to play a note. And while I'm playing a note, I'm going to increase the attenuation. As you can hear, it provides some nice little modulation to the wavefolding. Can really make it go nuts. Now I'm playing with the offset along with the attenuation. Pretty cool sounds. I should also add that on the back of the module there are two little trimmers which you can use to fine-tune the shape of the wavefolding according to your power supply, because the power supplies are not always the same, so there might be some difference between the plus 12 and minus 12 volts, so you can use it to fine-tune the shape a little bit. Let me lower this back down. As you can tell, when I'm increasing the voltage, it's not exactly symmetrical, which is okay. It gives a lot of nice extra sound to it. Even just like this, you can get a lot of different waveforms out of it. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be a sine wave, we can also use a triangle wave, so let's try replugging this into the triangle output. Give us a much harsher sound. Pretty nice. I think this sort of covers it. It is not a very complicated module. but it allows you to create some pretty nice wavefolding shapes out of it. I guess I will see you around for a next video and show some other modules once maybe I create them. I think for now these will be the last videos for a bit, and we'll see what happens in the future. I will see you all around. Bye bye.